Oh, howdy all, grab yourself a drink. It is time for some PathOfExile 2 discussion. Welcome to day 17 of teaser season for the upcoming early access launch of PathOfExile 2. Today, Grinding Games have made an announcement about a promotion they're running where you can get some free Cosmetic MTX. We'll come to that in a sec, but we need to quickly talk about the thorny topic of leaks. Now, I don't really want to go into the ethics of leaking and non-disclosure agreements and all of that fun stuff. I just want to quickly acknowledge there's been some pretty significant leaks, or at least there's people asserting that there's been some big significant leaks. The stuff looks plausible, and what I want to encourage you to do, if you're the sort of person that wants to check out that leaked information, I won't judge you for it. The place to do it though is important. You don't want to do it at a place that is going to reward the people who may have leaked this information. For that reason, I encourage you to go to look at the aggregations that are being made on the PathOfExile 2 build subreddit. They're quarantining off certain threads, so threads are clearly marked. This is a leak discussion allowed thread, this is a no leaks allowed thread, and there you can find the leaked information in a way that won't promote any of the people that may have been involved in leaking it in the first place. I won't mention any names that might have been involved in leaking it because I don't think they deserve the notoriety. I think the best thing about the PathOfExile 2 build subreddit's approach here is that they are very, very upfront and clear. If you don't want to engage with leaks, it's very easy to use that subreddit and not engage with them. If you are interested in engaging with leaks, you can find them there and you're not promoting the people who leaked them in the first place. All of that out of the way, let's jump over to the big news for today. Grinding Games are doing something that's a little bit more generous than they've done in the past when it comes to free MTX. Cosmetic MTX they tend to be fairly stingy with because they know that it's the main source of their revenue, I think, is the medium spend customers that buy a whole bunch of different MTX all the time. And of course, everything they give you for free is something that they then can't sell you later. But they're giving away 4 pretty good MTX, at least 3 in my mind that are really good and 1 that might work for someone else, doesn't really work for me. And these are something you'll be able to get by watching streams of PathOfExile 2. One important thing to note here is that Grinding Games are doing this only on Twitch. There's a pretty good reason for this, and whilst I would actually prefer it if they also extended it over to YouTube, that would definitely work better for me, I can understand why they're going with Twitch. Twitch has a gaming audience. This is essentially Grinding Games giving away free stuff as a form of advertisement. They want to be really high on the Twitch charts because achieving that will bring a lot of eyes onto the game from people that are just a general gaming audience, i.e. people that are really interested in potentially playing the game. They'll be able to see a little bit of what's going on in PathOfExile 2 and potentially decide, hey, that looks intriguing, why don't I go and buy an early access key for myself? So that's Grinding Games' intention there, and if they were to do it on YouTube, they just don't get as much out of being number 73 on trending on YouTube, being a stream of this game. That's not as good as being second on Twitch. Anyways, that's the reason they're running the promo. Let's get into the mechanics of it. The best of these MTX, in my personal opinion, is the energizing bolt flask effect. You'll get that, and you'll also get the Halo of the Righteous helmet attachment thrown in if you watch streams for 3 hours during the first 1 week and 1 hour of early access. So for some reason, Grinding Games have decided they're going to make it not 168 hours like a normal week, but this promo is going to run for 169 hours, just to be as confusing as possible. If you do watch for 3 hours during that period, you receive both of these MTX for free. If you do miss out on this promotion, you won't be able to get these MTX at all for a little while, but they're not going to go away forever. They'll be available as a product just for sale in the future as well. Now, week 2 is going to be pretty similar, but there's only one reward for this. This is the Temporal Lord's Portal Effect. This portal effect looks a lot better than this still image does it justice of, at least that's my opinion. Obviously, people's tastes do vary. This is going to be available on basically exactly the same promotion, but run a week later. However, instead of being the second week, it's the second week adjusted by 1 hour, just to make things more confusing. So, from the end of the 169th hour of PathOfExile 2's early access, through to the end of the 337th hour, you need to watch 3 hours across any streams that are in the PathOfExile 2 category. There is a bit of a Q&A and FAQ about this promo. I'll put a link to it down in the description below on the official announcement. The key things you need to know though is that there's a little bit of administrivia that you'll need to do. If you've ever gotten any of these promos before from the Twitch drops, then it'll already be set up unless you've had some sort of security breaches with your Twitch account or your Grinding Games account, but that should probably still be in place. If you've not had one of these before, then you definitely want to just jump over to the Grinding Games site, link down below, and make those changes. Now, the other promo that's going to be happening is one where you can get this Chimera pet. This one's not going to be free though. This is going to be a gift with purchase instead, and the purchase involved is subscriptions to 2 channels over on Twitch. So this is going to cost you a few dollars, varies a bit from country to country, but usually it's somewhere in the ballpark of $5 American, give or take a little bit. And that will then give you ad-free viewing for most channels. Depends on the streamer's exact settings, but most of us will have it set up so that you get ad-free viewing in that. You get a bunch of emotes and things like that as well. So especially if you chat a lot, it's something that can be a little bit of fun too. Anyways, this promo goes from December 6th through to December 22nd, and it's going to go for a total of 16 days and 1 hour, just to be as confusing as possible. I don't think anywhere in the world goes into daylight saving during this period. I'm just really unsure why they're shoveling it on by an hour. Anyways, they probably have their reasons, so there'll be madness to the method. I just can't see what it is. Definitely have a look at the Grinding Gear Games official FAQ here for the promo, and then make sure that you've connected your Twitch account and your Grinding Gear Games account if you haven't done so already. All this information on how to do that is here, and you'll be able to get that. And remember that if you do decide later that you want one of these things, you missed out on it, then you'll be able to buy it at some point in the future, but it's not likely to be free again for a long time. I'm going to leave it there. May your Varlobs have interesting results.